Yes, we will start. So last class we have discussed about the some basics of organic chemistry, in which we have seen about how do the compounds joined from the elements. How do compound forms, like say example, if you have carbon and oxygen, how oxygen and carbon are combined together to form carbon dioxide. How carbon and oxygen join together to form carbon dioxide. So what will happen in the atomic structure, or what will happen inside the atom of both carbon and oxygen? So that we have discussed. Similarly, how carbon and hydrogen joined, and hydrogen and nitrogen, how they are joining. So these are all the things we have discussed in last class. So do you have any doubts on that? Okay. So in that, the main parameter which is used to, which helps in the combining process of both the atoms, for example, if you take carbon and hydrogen, so in carbon it has 6 electrons totally. In that, 4 electrons are residing outside orbit, that is second orbit, 2s2 2p2. Similarly, if you take hydrogen, it has only 1 electron, so that is 1s1. So if hydrogen wants to join with carbon, so the requirement for carbon is 4. The valency of carbon is what? 4. That means it either need to share 4 electrons, or it should get 4 electrons from others. But getting 4 electrons from other is not possible. So it share its 4 electron with other atoms. So those who are able to provide 4 electrons, carbon makes a bond with that kind of atom. So that bond is called as covalent bond. Which bond? Covalent bond. Covalent bond means, covalent bond means, so say example, carbon has 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. So carbon has 1s2, 2s2, 2p2, and for hydrogen it is only 1s1. So what does carbon do? Carbon ready to share its 4 electrons. How? In 2s2, the electron pairing is like this. In 2p2, electron pairing is like this. So there are 6 electrons can be filled in 2p orbital. In that, first we have to fill add number of filling, that is here 1 and here 1 and here 1. After that only we have to fill the even pairing. So this is the normal structure of carbon atom. But when carbon wants to join with the other, it will be in the excited mode. It is in the excited mode. So one electron go into the 2p orbital. One electron will go into the 2p orbital. So it will be like this. So carbon can ready to share its 4 electrons. So for that 4 electron, we need atoms. Those are able to provide 4 electrons. So one hydrogen is able to provide only 1 electron. So like one hydrogen, we need 4 hydrogen to be joined with carbon. So carbon has 4 electron. So I just mark electron of carbon as a dot point. So carbon can share this electron. Similarly, one hydrogen comes means it share its one electron, and another hydrogen it shares another electron. So like that, I put like this. This is hydrogen. This is another hydrogen. This is another hydrogen. This is how carbon makes 4 bonds with other atoms. Okay. This is how carbon makes 4 atoms with other atoms. Now we are going to explore about some of the basic organic compounds. That is, so what are the basic organic compounds can be formed from carbon? So that's what we are going to discuss today. Okay, so after that we can directly enter into the our 10th chapter, I think, or 11th chapter, haloalkane chapter, that we can directly go into haloalkane chapter once we're done with this concept. Okay, so basically organic compounds. So in organic compounds, the first main part, the basic of organic compound is carbon and hydrogen. Carbon and hydrogen. So they are the pillars of organic compounds. From that only, from carbon and hydrogen only, all the other organic compounds are derived. Do you get that? Do you get my point? Okay. So the basic organic compound is, that means the basic organic compound is hydrocarbon. What is that? Hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbon. So in which, in this kind of compounds only carbon and oxygen present. Okay, so first let me take one hydrogen, one carbon. Let me explain about compounds with only one carbon. Okay, so if there is only one carbon, automatically it needs 4 hydrogen to be joined with this carbon. Am I correct? It should share 4 electrons, or else it should make 4 bonds to other atoms. So if you have only carbon and only one carbon and one hydrogen, for one carbon 4 hydrogen are required. Am I correct? So this is the only one element which can be this is the only one hydrocarbon which can be which is possible from only one single carbon. Okay, that is called methane. You know it, right? What is that? Methane. Right. So if you think about 2 carbons, 2 carbon means carbon and carbon, they can share each of their electrons. They can share each of their electrons. Okay, but during in the sharing process, they can share 1 electron, or they are able to share 2 electrons at a time. They are also able to share 2 electrons at a time, and they are also able to share 3 electrons at a time. So these 3 kind of sharing are possible when carbon and carbon are joined together. Do you get the point? They are not only going to share only one electron. They may share two electrons also, or they may share three electrons also at a time. Okay. So these, when two or more carbons come into the bond, it may form one bond, which is called a saturated bond or single bond. Saturated bond or single bond. It is called as, these two are called as unsaturated bonds. Unsaturated bonds, and hydrocarbons derived from these unsaturated bonds are called as unsaturated hydrocarbon. So basically we have two kinds of organic compounds. One is saturated organic compounds, the another one is unsaturated organic compounds. Saturated means, say example, if we have two carbon, so for that two carbon, they can share one electron. Minimum they can share one electron. That's fine. Apart from that one electron, this carbon need how many bonds? This carbon need how many bonds? How many extra electrons? Three. So it needs 3. And it also need another 3. So it will be like this, CH3, CH3. It can be written like this. That doesn't mean that this hydrogen and carbon are joined. When you write organic compound in a chain structure, always carbon and carbon only will make a bond. Okay, so this is for our convenient. This is written for our convenient purpose only. Actually, it has to be written like this: H3C CH3. Okay, because C and C only makes bond. So both are correct. This is written for our convenient purpose. Okay. Now, when unsaturated bond will happen, say example, we are having two carbon like this. We are having two carbon like this. But for these two carbons, the number of hydrogens available are only 4. Here, how many number of hydrogens are available for this two carbons? Number of hydrogens, how many? Here. In this saturated bond, I'm asking about saturated bond. Totally, how many number of hydrogens are there? 6 hydrogens are there. So for two carbons, we have 6 hydrogen. So it can comfortably form the saturated bond. But for two carbon, only 4 hydrogens are available. Only 4 hydrogens are available. So this carbon makes bond with 2 hydrogen, and this carbon also makes bond with 2 hydrogen. So for this carbon, 2 more extra required, and this carbon also 2 more extra required. So there were no choice. Both have to share 2 more electrons. Okay, so this is because unsaturated bonds are forming. Okay, so this can be written as H2C double bond CH2, or else CH2 double bond CH2. Okay, CH2 double bond CH2. And here 2 carbon with only 1 hydrogen, only 2 hydrogens are there. So for this carbon, only 1 hydrogen is joined, and for this carbon, only 1 hydrogen is joined. Okay, so this carbon needs 3 more electron to be shared. So it shared 3 electron with this 3 carbon. Okay. When I explained about the formation of methane and ethane, the hybridization is sp3 hybridization. I said about sp3 hybridization. Do you remember? 1 s orbital and 3 p orbitals are joined together or clubbed together. But when it comes to unsaturated bonds, when it comes to unsaturated bonds, one s orbital and two p orbitals only are joining. sp2 hybridization here, because two carbons are sharing two electrons. So one is, so these two are the same orbital only. These two bonds happened in the same orbital. So this is s orbital formation, this is p orbital formation, this is another p orbital formation. So one s and two p orbital formation are there. So it is sp2 hybridization. Are you able to follow me? And this is one s orbital, and these three can be viewed as one p orbital. So this is sp hybridization. This is sp hybridization. sp hybridization. Okay. So saturated bonds always form sp3 hybridization. Unsaturated means it may be sp2 or sp hybridization. Okay. So depending upon whether it forms single bond or a double bond or a triple bond, we can classify hydrocarbons into three types. You may have studied. Do you know this? Carbon single bond, the name of it, only hydrocarbon is present. Only hydrocarbons presence. In that, if there is a single bond, it is called as alkane. Alkane, alkene, and alkyne. Okay, alkyne. Okay, so now the molecular formula for alkane. Molecular formula means you have to tell how many number of carbon, how many number of hydrogens are required. For if we have 2 carbon, in that how many hydrogens are required. If you put 3 carbon, how many hydrogens are required. That's what we call it as the molecular formula. So for alkane, if you have n carbons, say example here, I'm having 1 carbon. For that 1 carbon, I need 4 hydrogen. Am I correct? 4 hydrogen. For 2 carbon, 6 hydrogens are required. Similarly, for 3 carbon, this is 4, this is 6, then 8 carbons are required. For 4 carbons, 10 carbons are required. Am I correct? Yes. So it is CnH2n plus 2, because you have to multiply this 1 by 2 and you have to add 2 with this. Then only you will get this 4, 6, 8, 10, these numbers. Because if 1 is doubled, it is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 is doubled, it is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. 3 is doubled, 3 plus 2, 3 2s are 6, 6 plus 2, 8. 4 is doubled. So doubling the number of carbon and add 2 with that. So it is CnH2n plus 2. So this is the molecular formula for alkanes. So in that you can found CH4. If you take 2 carbon, it will be 6 hydrogen. If you take 3 carbon, it will take 8 hydrogen. If you take 4 carbon, it take 10 hydrogen. Similarly goes on. Okay. For alkene, it is simple. If you have 2 carbon, you need 4 hydrogen. So if you have 2 carbon, you need 4 hydrogen. So CnH2n, you just need to twice the number of carbon. Just twice the number of carbon. And for alkyne, triple bond. So these two are the unsaturated hydrocarbon. Alkene in pronunciation come when there is a double bond. Alkyne is when there is a triple bond. CnH2n. So this is CnH2n minus 2. CnH2n minus 2, because for 2 carbon only 2 hydrogens are there. So we cannot write CnHn. We cannot write CnHn. It is not correct, because if you take 3 carbons, if you take 3 carbons, if I write about 3 carbons, I will write here. Just take 3 carbons. So triple bond mean or double bond means at least in that only one triple bond will be there. That's the requirement for triple bond or double bond. So if there is 3 carbon, if there are 3 carbons, two connections, 2 bonds can be bond, two different bonds can be put within 3 carbons. From this to this, one bond can be put, and from this to this, another bond can be put. In these 2 bonds, any one of the places, in these 2 places, any one of the places, we have to put either triple bond or double bond, depending upon the type of the hydrocarbon. So example, if I put triple bond here, and it should be double bond, single bond here. Okay, it should be single bond here. So that's the basic thing. So for this carbon, now tell me, Ashik, so this carbon has 3 bonds already. How many number of hydrogen required for this carbon? How many number of? Only one. Fine. For this carbon, it share 3 bonds with this carbon and 1 bond with this carbon. So how many number of hydrogen requires for this carbon? 0. So there is no need of hydrogen. For this carbon, it share only 1 bond with this carbon. So how many number of hydrogen is required? 3. So if you take 3 carbon, you need 4 hydrogen. If you take 2 carbon, you need only 2 hydrogen. If you take 3 carbon, you need 4 hydrogen. So the formula is you just need to twice the number of carbon and subtract 2 from it. So 2n minus 2. That is the formula for alkyne. Okay. Is it clear? Okay. So now we are going to write some 4 to 5 bonds in 4 to 5 carbons in alkane type, alkyne type. Okay. So now we are discussing about the organic compounds who are all in the chain structure. Okay. So there is another classification in that carbon can be clubbed together or joined together in cyclic form. So that is a different calculation. For that, different calculation will be there. So what are the things we are studying is, it is called as aliphatic compounds. In organic compounds, the first type is aliphatic compounds. In that aliphatic compounds, we are studying about the chain structure. Okay, long chain structure compounds or long chain compounds. Okay, in aliphatic compound itself, we have a classification called cyclic compound. And what does mean that aliphatic compounds? So there will be another classification in organic compounds. It's called aromatic compounds. What's the name? Aromatic compounds. In aromatic compounds, the carbons are joined to form the benzene ring structure. Which structure? Benzene ring structure, that I will explain later. Okay, those organic compounds, those have benzene ring structure. Those possess benzene ring structure will be always smelly. Okay, so there will be a smell from that organic compounds. Probably a good smell from that organic compounds will come when if it has benzene ring structure in it. So the name aroma, it's an Arabic name, I think. Sorry, Greek name, aroma. Okay, so the meaning of aroma means a good smell. Okay, so nowadays we are using what the scent for a better smell. We are using the gadgets, right? So in that scent or what it is called, spray, body spray, all of it contains this aromatic compounds only. So that aromatic compounds is the another main classification in organic compounds. So organic compounds mainly categorized as two types. One is aliphatic compounds and another one is aromatic compounds. Right. So in aliphatic compounds, it will be long chain structure. In the hydrocarbon portion only we are looking. Okay. Okay. Next. So now we're going to discuss about the some 4 to 5 carbon compounds from both alkane, alkene, alkane. Okay. So now take alkane. So you have to pronounce alkane with the AN pronunciation. Okay, the name of the all alkane compound should be end with the AN pronunciation. AN pronunciation. Okay, so we know for one carbon the prefix for the organic compound is meth. Do you know it? Meth. For two carbon, it will be eth, eth or eth. For 3 carbon, it is prop. 4 carbon, it is but. 5 carbon, it will be pent, pentane. 6 means hex. 7 carbon means hept. 8 carbon means act. And 9, 10 are also there, but up to 8 is enough for us. Okay. Now, so that is the prefix. So prefix can be decided from number of carbons. Prefix can be decided from number of carbon, and the end portion suffix can be decided from whether it is alkane or whether it is hydrocarbon. In that hydrocarbon, whether it is alkane, alkene or alkane, or if it is some other compounds other than hydrocarbon. So we have to identify the type of that organic compound. From that only we have to fix the suffix of that. That means the end portion of the name of hydrocarbon, end portion of the name of organic compound can be decided from that. Are you able to follow me? Yes. Okay, now I just start with one carbon. So this we have seen too many times. So that is methane. Meth plus N, methane. And if you take two carbons, so alkane means there will be only one bond, single bond between carbon and carbon. There won't be double bond or triple bond. There won't be double bond or triple bond. So if you take 3 carbons, it will be C, C, C. If you take 4 bonds, it will be C, 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 C. And for 5 bonds, in that 4 bond itself, we have branched structure. It doesn't need to be always long chain structure. So if there is a possibility for branched structure, if there is a possibility for branched structure, we can put branched chain, we can put carbon in the branched form also. Okay, so here for 2 carbon we cannot put branch. For 3 carbons also we cannot put branch. CCC and this CCC both are same only. Okay, for writing purpose only, if I for the sake of writing, if I write like this, it doesn't mean that it is the branch structure. Branch structure means it should be like this: triple C in that 4C. One branch structure should be there. Okay. So in 4 carbon, we may have branch structure. Do you get that?
Yes.
Okay. So now, and 5 carbon, C, 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 or else it may be like this: C, 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 4 carbon in one chain and one branched chain like this, or else it will be like this: C, C, C. 2 carbon can be in the branched form. 2 carbon in branch. So if you have 5 carbon, it can be written in 3 mode. It can be written in 3 mode, and you can put this carbon in this place also. Both are same. You can put the branch carbon in this place also. Okay. Now let us fill the hydrogen. Now we'll try to fill the hydrogen. So now tell me, number of hydrogen required for this carbon is, how many number of hydrogen is required? 3. And here also it is 3. Simply I put this CH3, the name of it called ethane. Eth plus the pronunciation is a, ethane. Fine. And for this, so it has only one bond. How many number of hydrogens are required? 3. So it is CH3. And for this carbon, so it has 2 bond already. So 2. And for this carbon, it will be 3. So the name is prop plus ane, propane. And here we have 4 carbons. Here we have 4 carbons in that. So tell me, how many number of hydrogens are required in first place? 3 H3. Then here H2, H3. So this is simply butane. Butane. Now come to this part. For this carbon, tell me number of hydrogens are H3. For this carbon, H, because 3 are already bonded and only one extra required. So H here H3, and here there are also H3. Fine. So now the name for this, you can write 2 kinds of name. So whatever the names we are writing here is called as IUPAC name. What is it? IUPAC name. So the IUPAC is the organization. So they are the organization. They decides the how to name the organic compounds, how to name the chemical compounds. So the meaning of the explanation of IUPAC is International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. Okay, pure and applied chemistry. So they only decides the name. So there are 2 kinds of naming. One is IUPAC naming and another one is general name, common name. Okay, another one is common name. So for this IUPAC name, how to fix the IUPAC name? For IUPAC name, you always look the straight chain. So you have to look the number of carbons present in the straight chain. So from that only you have to find the name. So how many number of carbons are in the straight chain? 1, 2, 3. Or else you can put like this: 1, 2, 3. Straight connection. This will be the straight chain formation. So 3 carbons, maybe like this or maybe like this. Both are correct. 3 carbons are in the straight chain format and 1 carbon is in the branch. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. So for 3 carbons are there and completely it has single bond. So you should end the name with propane. You should end the name with propane. So 3 carbon and hydrogen with single bond. So the name should be end with propane. Now look at the branched portion. What is the branched portion? The branched portion is CH3, right?
Yes.
So CH4 is methane. CH3 means it doesn't have a complete form, so it needs one extra bond. So it should be written like the CH3 or CH3 dot. You have to write like this. This mean it needs one more bond to be joined with that. This is called a radical. These are the things called what? Radical. That means it is not a whole compound. Okay, it is the part or it is the ion which need one extra electron, which need one more bond. Okay, so that's called a radical. So for this kind of radical, the name is, if it is CH3, it should be written like methyl. What is that? Not methyl. It should be pronounced as methyl. Okay, methyl. If you take in ethane, if you just remove one hydrogen from it, it is called ethyl. It is called ethyl. So it can be written as C2H5 also. It can be written as C2H5 also. Okay, ethyl. And here also in propane, if you remove it, it is called propyl. Okay. Okay. So the IUPAC name is, the branch is methyl branch. It is in the second place, right? 1, 2, 3. Or else you can put like this: 1, 2, 3. So methyl is in the second place. So its name is methyl propane. Am I correct? So it is in the second position. So it is 2-methyl propane. Okay. So you should not fix the name by only looking the total number of carbon. If all the number of carbons are in the straight chain, we can comfortably say it is butane. But when you write IUPAC name, if there are carbons in the branch form, there are some carbon in the branch form, you always find the carbons in the straight chain format, straight chain mode. Okay, total number of carbon in straight chain. So straight chain means the connection should be like this. Either it should be like this or it should be like this. Okay, both are straight chain only. So in both this manner, you can write the name. Here both will be the same. Now come to this 5 carbon. Come to 5 carbon concept. So here you can fill, right? So here it needs 3 hydrogen, it needs 2 hydrogen, it needs 2, it needs 2, it needs 3. So it is simply pentane. Am I correct? 5 carbon and 10 hydrogen. So C5H12 pentane. This is C4H10 C4H10 butane. This is C3H8. This is C2H6. C2H6. And if you want to write the structure for this one, tell me how many number of hydrogens are required one by one. First one H3, and for this carbon H only, because it joined one bond. It has one bond here, one bond here, one bond here. So 3 bonded are already there. So we need to put 1 extra hydrogen, and here 3 hydrogen. I'm sorry, 2 hydrogen and 3 hydrogen. Okay. Now for this carbon, it needs again 3 hydrogen, right? Yes. So tell me. So first, now if you want to write the IUPAC name, try to find the straight chain. So this is one straight chain. This is one straight chain. 1, directly coming into this carbon, directly connected with this carbon, and directly connected with this carbon. So 4 carbons are directly connected. So that is one kind of straight chain. And another straight chain is here, here, here. This is another straight chain. And another straight chain is this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So you can find the straight chain in 3 different ways, right? Do you get that?
Yes.
Okay, the connection should be carbon to carbon, carbon to carbon, carbon to carbon. So you have to identify the route map. So you have to draw just connect the carbon carbon structure only. Okay, you shouldn't go to branch. The line shouldn't have any branch. Okay, that's the condition. So this straight chain has 4 carbon in it. This has also 4 carbon in it. This has only 3 carbon. So you should not consider the 3 carbon as the straight chain. So either you can take the top straight chain or the bottom like this straight chain you can take it. Both by taking both this, you can write the name. Both will be the same only. So if you write it from the top straight chain structure, so it will be 4 carbons are in the straight chain. The name is butane. Am I correct? The name is butane. And in that, one branch is there, that is in the second place. First place, second place. Second place the branch is there. So 2-methyl butane. 2-methyl butane. Okay. Now come to this question. Come to this. Try to fill the number of carbon here. So it has only one bond, H3. For this carbon, it has all 4. So no need to fill hydrogen. This is CH3. This is CH3. And this is also CH3. Now for name, we have straight chain like this, 1, or else. So in that 3 carbon you can find, or else you can find like this, 3 carbon like this, or else you can find like this, you can find like this. So anyhow, you will be always finding 3 carbon as in the straight chain. So the name is propane. The name is propane always. So I will just take like this, propane. In propane, you have your branch. One branch you are having methyl, and another branch also, bottom type, you have another methyl. So 2 methyl are in the same branch. Am I correct? 2 methyl are in the same second position. So in second position itself, you have 2 methyl. That should be written as 2 and again 2 dimethyl propane. 2, 2 dimethyl propane. Do you get the point?
Yes.
Dimethyl propane. And this one and this one, CH3, again CH2, CH2, CH3, CH3. This one and this one is the same one, because for this, if you find the straight chain, that will be same as like here. If you want to position this methyl group, it will be in the 4th position, 3rd position. But if you number the carbon from this side, it will be in the 2nd position. Okay. You can take both that. Both are correct. Numbering from this side or numbering from that side, both are correct. But which one we have to take? We have to take where there is a lower number. So in this position only, it has lower number. So again, it should be written as 2-methyl butane. So they same like that. So you don't need to confuse with that. So if the number of carbon, if the branch position is second place from one side or another side, both are same only. Okay. You have to identify in which way it has the lower number. Okay. From that only you have to write the name. Do you get the point?
Yes.
Okay. So now we have discussed about alkane. So next class we'll be discussing about alkene, alkyne, alkene, alkyne, and we'll be discussing about the cyclic compound and aromatic compounds. So we will discuss some of the basics elements from the cyclic compound and aromatic compounds. After that, we can directly enter into the haloalkanes chapter. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So you just note it down, and once have you noted down all the part?
Yes, I will.
Okay. So just send me that. Send me your notes. Okay.